So it looks like Sony's attempting to stop the growth of Xbox Game Pass, and I want to talk about it. But before we get on with the video, definitely hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. You can always subscribe to the channel for weekly content. Don't forget to go over there on Twitter and follow me at Lord Addict IOP. Without any further ado, let's talk about Microsoft and Game Pass. What's going on, you guys? Gaming Guide here, coming at you for another video. We're going to be talking about Game Pass, Microsoft, and Sony. It looks like Sony is relatively trying to make a comeback with Game Pass, not necessarily competing against it. Instead, what they're doing is they're trying to prevent more third-party games such as MLB and the Outriders going to Game Pass day and day. Now, the way they're doing this is Sony is going to take advantage of the marketing deals that they make every year. Games such as Resident Evil Village, Call of Duty, games like these, Sony markets pretty much every time an installment of that franchise comes out. So what they're doing is when they go to these marketing deals, it's looking like Sony's literally going up to them like, look, we have built these franchises up from scratch. We've helped each other build our companies up in general, and we definitely want to continue these relationships, but we have extra requirements that we want to make towards our future contracts of these games. Guys, guess what that requirement is? It is the limitation of subscription services for up to a year after the game comes out. Now, where am I getting this information from? I'm getting it from a leaked document from Sony to Capcom on the conditions of the marketing agreement that they have on Resident Evil Village. Now, does this mean every single marketing deal that Sony's making might have this type of language? And keep in mind that this document wasn't even confirmed or denied by Sony. The fact that they didn't disclaim it and said that it was fake kind of makes me think it's real. And we do have some lawyers in the community that are going on and saying, yo, this looks authentic. Shout out to Hoglaw. He did state that something like this can definitely come out and stuff can be altered or stuff can be doctored in the actual agreement itself, and that if you have family such as lawyers, or you can find out exactly how these type of documents will be written and you can make your own. Do I think this is fake? Absolutely not. I believe this is real. For the most part, I think a lot of people think this is real, and I'm kind of curious why people thought that Sony putting these kind of speculations in these marketing deals is a surprise. Did we really think Sony was just going to stand alone and let Microsoft snatch every type of third-party game and put it on Game Pass day and day? We saw what happened with the MLB, and we saw what happened with Outriders. It was definitely a bad look for them, especially MLB, and it's something that they need to address. Sure, they've come out openly said subscription services is a long-term thing, and I don't necessarily think they're scared of Game Pass, but they are a business and they have to respond in some form or fashion. Put yourself in Sony's position. What's the point in going out and getting marketing deals if Microsoft can just come up right behind you getting these marketing deals and you spending all this money on marketing for these companies and they can just get it in Game Pass day one? That kind of takes a lot of the pull and of the hype that your fans would have towards that game. So in my opinion, this is a no-brainer. This is something that definitely needed to happen, and I kind of expected Sony to do this. But at the end of the day, is this something right? I feel like it's kind of a gray area. Now, if Sony just start going out everywhere they can and they're making up these marketing deals and they're paying these people to keep games off Game Pass, that's still competition and that's still a good thing for us, the consumers. But me as an Xbox fan, I definitely don't want this to happen. So Microsoft might want to be a little bit more aggressive when they go to these companies to get these games in Game Pass and not try to have multiple visits, because the moment that information hits Sony's head, they're going to try to beat them to the deal and try to beat them to that signing of that contract. Microsoft has been doing fantastic with the Game Pass news, so much that I do feel like Sony is kind of wary in terms of what Game Pass can mean against them as a whole. Because at the end of the day, if Sony really didn't feel Game Pass as a threat, they wouldn't feel the need to go to their marketing people and be like, look, you're gonna have to talk to these companies and make sure their game doesn't go in Game Pass. Now, I don't know if there's any type of money being exchanged here. One would think that if you're asking a company not to put their game on a subscription service where the company such as Microsoft is going to pay them a buttload of money to put it on the subscription service, that Sony themselves would have to come up with some money or maybe some more marketing for the game that they want. I know that in terms of marketing, they do a lot for the games that they market, but I feel like if you're taking away the ability to put games on subscription services for that extra little revenue, you would have to put up a little bit more money. I don't know, I'm not a lawyer. I just feel like in my kind of logic, that would make the most sense. Now, what can Microsoft do to combat this? I don't think there was really a whole lot they need to do. The fact that Village isn't coming to Game Pass, I'm pretty sure the majority of people didn't expect Village in Game Pass. But at the end of the day, I'm always a fair advocate on Microsoft being extremely aggressive. Just because you've had had a lot of success with Game Pass and a lot of success getting third-party titles into Game Pass day one, don't let up there. Put that pedal to the metal, get more out you can, be more aggressive on third-party stuff. Microsoft, if you have the marketing deal, Sony really can't come behind you and stop you from putting stuff in Game Pass. I'm not saying going out there and get every type of marketing deal you could think of, but be a little bit more aggressive than you are now. I think for the most part, you guys do get really good marketing deals, so maybe you're fine where you are, but is a lot of marketing deals that you lost. You lost the Call of Duty, you lost the FIFA. Try to maybe get the FIFA one back. I don't necessarily know what kind of contract Sony and EA has, but try to be a little bit more aggressive on those marketing deals. That way they can't snatch that day one Game Pass from you if you do decide in the future to try to pursue that game being on Game Pass day one. And obviously the biggest thing they can do to compete with this is to make sure that these games that their internal studios, the 23 studios are making, come out and they're good games. It doesn't matter what Sony's doing. It doesn't matter how many games Sony steals from you in terms of going on Game Pass if those games start delivering. As a really good Halo is going to do more for you than the majority of these third-party games coming in Game Pass day one. So that's probably my biggest thing. Look at your own studios, make sure they're doing exactly what they need to be doing. Get these games out, get these games popping. Look at Game Pass. When that happens, I feel like when every 3 to 4 months a really popular game from Microsoft would come out, with the Fables, the Avoweds, the Ninja Theories, all those games start popping out every couple months, then there wouldn't be a whole lot you would have to do in terms of getting these third-party games in their day one, because your own games are picking up the rails and they're doing what they're supposed to. But I'm not saying cool down when your actual first-party games come out. You do need to try to get a couple in there every year to give that incentive that, look, you have on Game Pass and you are getting our games day one. You're getting the games like Fable, Halo, Ninja Theories games, Obsidian's games, but you will have a chance to get some third-party games in their day one. I don't think you really have to focus too much on it after those games come out. Maybe stop focusing as much on second-party stuff and timed exclusives and spend that money on trying to get games in Game Pass day one. But that's just my opinion. I have no clue. I'm just someone outside looking in, and that's pretty much all I've ever gave an explanation for. Is I don't know much about the industry. I'm just saying as someone that observed. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. That's the end of the video. Do you think this is something that Microsoft should worry about? Do you think this is something Sony should worry about? Do you think they should actually invest the money that they might potentially be using to keep these games off Game Pass to their own first-party studios? You know, at the end of the day, it's all speculation. Sony never confirmed or denied that this actual document was real between the marketing with Resident Evil, so it's kind of curious if it is real. But anyway, definitely put that in the comment section below. This is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace.